Nick Compton ensured that Somerset remain on course to be the party poopers at Headingley, the former England man striking a stunning 156 at the ground where his short Test career was ended on the second day of the LV County Championship match against the champions Yorkshire. They opened up on the second morning on 241 for 9, and 12 more runs have been added to that before Peter Trigo grabbed his fourth wicket of the innings as Jack Brooks edged him to Marcus Trescothick. Jack Leaning was left unbeaten on 57, leaving it to Trescothick to start his innings with the kind of rasping strokes he's produced so many times over his illustrious career. He was soon on his way to completing 1,000 runs in another championship summer, something he rarely fails to achieve when given enough innings in a season. He may soon be 39, but he's not lost the thrill of scoring runs aplenty. He dominated an opening partnership of 42 with Johan Myberg, who was out for 14 when he edged Stephen Patterson to Adam Lythe. It was on this ground, playing for England, where Compton famously got stuck as his team tried to score quick runs, an innings which seemingly cost him his international career. So it was with some irony that Headingley proved to be the place where Compton played his most fluid innings of the summer. A fantastic knock filled with excellent cricket shots both off the front foot and back foot to all parts of the ground. He was soon catching up Trescothick, racing to a half-century off only 64 balls, while his skipper at the other end used up 97 deliveries for his. It was a delightful knock from a classy player who's not been at his best this year, as he's trying to work out where it all went wrong for him at international level. He clearly still has a lot to offer. So does Trescothick, who took his time in making his 66 runs, adding 108 for the second wicket with Compton in 31 overs. Trescothick fell when he cut Joe Root to Lythe, who now had 34 catches for Yorkshire this year, to put him clear of the rest for dismissals by fielders in the four-day game this summer. There has been much talk of Yorkshire's wonderful academy, and there's also been talk of a 10-year period of domination from within the club, but Somerset's own skills of finding and developing young talent of their own cannot be ignored. Their latest is Tom Abel, a 20-year-old from Taunton and one who's made a very impressive start to his career. He was soon off and running while Compton maintained his form at the other end. A pull off Adil Rashid had him closing in on a terrific ton, one he was at with a 4 off Rich Pyra, which carried him to his 100 off 146 balls, one including 17 fours. He now had his best score of the season. He did offer perhaps quarter of a chance of a caught and bowled for Rashid, but it was another boundary in an ever-growing tally of them for Compton. Both he and Abel produced one cracking shot after another, as for once Yorkshire were being outgunned, something that hasn't happened to them too many times this year. Abel got to a 50 for the third time in 6 first-class innings, and the two of them had their side into the lead with just 2 men out in the evening session. Their partnership went on to add 154 runs for the third wicket in 43 overs, with neither batsman missing too many opportunities to score their runs. Compton even had the time to get to 150 off 224 balls, from which he'd struck 23 fours and 1 6 in what was a fantastic exhibition of batting at its very best. He would have been disappointed to be bowled by Patterson with a second new ball shortly before the close for 156, leaving with his team in charge on 304 for 3. 15 more runs were added in the 3 overs that remained, and so Somerset ended the day on 319 for 3 for a lead of 66 runs, and with bags more time to add plenty more to that. The third morning will be a big one for Abel, who will begin it on 71, needing 29 more for a maiden first-class 100.